Level 1. You used to wear a uniform. You were an army ranger, a legal trigger puller for the government. You had a wife. You had a dog. You had a crushing mortgage and a dead-end trajectory. You were a standard soldier trapped in a massive bureaucracy. You had a unique talent for sudden violence. You had a rare gift for blending into the background of any foreign city. You were drowning in debt from a failed business loan. The bank was coming for your home. Your credit was ruined. Then the recruiter found you. He was a quiet man in a cheap suit at a bar near Fort Bragg. He offered a way out of the financial trap, a chance to serve the country from the deepest shadows, a shadow contract with the Central Intelligence Agency. You signed a thick stack of non-disclosure agreements. You spent 6 months at the farm learning how to lie. You became a paramilitary operations officer. You joined the ground branch, Special Activities Center. Your first deployment is a low-visibility snatch job in the Horn of Africa. You strip yourself of all identification. You leave your dog tags behind. You have no tattoos. You have no official existence. The government will completely disavow you if you are caught. You learn the cold terminology of the trade: clandestine infiltration, deniable assets, kinetic action, cutouts, dead drops, black bags. You use false passports to cross hostile borders. You carry duffel bags full of untraceable currency. You are tasked with arming a local rebel militia. You teach them how to sever supply lines. You teach them how to bleed a hostile government dry. You show them how to make improvised explosives. The hazard pay is staggering. The deposits hit an offshore shell account in the Caymans every single month. You go home and lie to your wife. You tell her you are a security consultant for a global logistics firm. You show her fake flight itineraries. You smile at the dinner table. She believes the lie. You build a massive wall between your bank account and your soul. You pretend everything is normal. Level 2. You survive your first few grueling rotations. You do not die in the dirt. You are promoted to a specialized team. You operate in hostile environments where the conventional military cannot legally go. You work alongside other phantoms. Your squad mates are not the cold psychopaths the movies portray. They are deeply and painfully human. There is a breach expert named Vance. He spends his downtime rescuing stray dogs from bombed-out buildings. He pays thousands to ship them back to the States. There is a sniper named Miller. He lives like a monk in a tiny apartment. He funnels every single black market bonus into a trust fund for his daughter. She has a rare spinal condition. He kills people so he can pay her massive medical bills. You respect them. They are your only real family now. You are deployed to a hostile capital in South America. The objective is to destabilize a corrupt regime by eliminating its financial architect. You track the target for weeks. You establish his exact pattern of life. You dig through his trash. You clone his phone. You acquire the target outside a high-end restaurant. You paint his armored vehicle with an infrared laser designator. You wait for the stealth drone orbiting miles overhead to release its payload. The Hellfire missile is seconds away. Then the rear door opens. His wife and 2 young children climb into the back seat. They are laughing. You have the abort code right on your lips. You just have to press the radio transmit button. You do not do it. You stay completely silent. You watch the live satellite feed. The vehicle vanishes in a blinding white flash. The shockwave rattles your teeth and shakes the street. You log the operation as a completely successful targeted strike. You accept the brutal collateral damage. You tell yourself it is for the greater good. You tell yourself they were necessary casualties of a silent war. You feel the last piece of your humanity chip away. You watch it fall into the totally black void. You go back to your safe house and drink yourself to sleep. Level 3. The dirty money piles up in accounts you rarely check. You have more wealth than you ever dreamed of. It means absolutely nothing to you now. The psychological deformation takes total hold of your mind. The constant lies poison everything you touch. Your wife finally files for divorce. She sits across from you at the kitchen table. She says she is looking at a complete stranger. She says your eyes are entirely dead. She says you bring a freezing coldness into the house. She is right. You sign the papers and walk away without a fight. You let her take everything. You have no real home to go back to anyway. You cannot turn off the intense paranoia. You walk into a quiet coffee shop and instantly scan for the exits. You automatically catalog every single patron in the room. You note the man with the heavy coat who might be concealing a weapon. You note the woman with the nervous tic who might be a watcher. You always sit with your back to a solid wall. You sleep in fragmented 2-hour shifts. The sudden vibration of a burner phone makes your heart slam against your ribs. You flinch at sudden movements in your peripheral vision. You carry a concealed weapon everywhere you go. You sleep with a loaded pistol under your pillow. You trust absolutely no one. You do not trust your neighbors. You do not trust your agency handlers. You know exactly how easily people disappear. You make people disappear for a living. Your entire existence is a classified government secret. You cannot go to therapy. You cannot confess your horrific sins to a priest. You drink in absolute silence in dark bars. You are a lethal weapon left off the safety. You are a biological machine designed to execute brutal foreign policy in the dark. Your soul is a burnt-out shell. Level 4. You become a senior operative. You are now a shadow architect of deniable operations. You oversee black sites in countries most people cannot find on a map. You interrogate men who do not officially exist. You manipulate foreign elections with briefcases of cash. You orchestrate violent military coups from sterile hotel rooms. Your physical body is failing. Your joints ache from old shrapnel and hard parachute landings. Your reaction time is a fraction of a second slower than it used to be. You return to the headquarters in Langley for a routine debrief. You see a new recruit walking down the sterile halls. He is fresh out of a Tier 1 military unit. He has bright and totally cold eyes. He moves with a quiet, predatory grace. He has no conscience and no personal attachments. He is the exact version of the new you. You look at him and feel a deep and chilling realization. You are entirely expendable. The agency does not have a retirement plan for men who know exactly where the bodies are buried. You cannot just hand in your resignation and buy a quiet farm in the country. You are a walking vault of highly classified state secrets. You have committed countless atrocities in the name of the flag. If you try to walk away from the agency, you will be deemed a massive liability. You will be categorized as a loose end. You know exactly how loose ends are tied up. You have tied them up yourself a dozen times. You are completely trapped inside the brutal machine. You must keep moving forward. You must keep operating in the shadows. The very moment you stop being useful to the directors, you become a target. You accept your grim fate. You will die in the dark. You sit alone in a rented room and look at the invisible blood on your hands. It never really washes off no matter how hard you scrub. You finally understand your true function in the world. You are not a hero. You are not a patriot defending freedom. You are just a janitor. You exist to clean up the geopolitical messes that the politicians make in the dark. You are the necessary monster that allows polite society to sleep soundly in the light. You do the truly unforgivable things so that everyone else can remain innocent. You are a ghost. You leave no footprints. You leave no legacy. And eventually, all ghosts simply fade away into nothing. This story is fiction, but CIA ground branch operators are real. Drop a comment and subscribe.